Hello again. Welcome back on my YouTube channel. I'm back again with another video. So today I'm just gonna talk about how do you know that you are actually spiritual attacked. Okay, being spiritual attacked, it means they are trying to attack your spirit. It's whereby they are taking your spirit, attacking anything that around your spirit. So being spiritual attack, it's something that is very common. It's just that sometimes we don't have awareness of whether we're being attacked or what. Sometimes we put ourselves in a position where we question ourselves, that are we really crazy or something, because sometimes part of us don't want to believe how low people can go, so we tend to ignore the not the gut feeling that you get around certain people, the gut feeling that you get around whatsoever. For example, you can walk into in your house, and feel so secure and so sure about things and whatsoever, and then the next thing you interact with someone, and the next thing you're starting to believe that someone who just said something that is not true about you, because probably you went through a lot of people telling you things that they are not even you. It can be something simple as telling you that you are crazy, and the next thing you find yourself believing them, but you never, you are not the person who actually put yourself in a position to go to them for any kind of, you don't view them as people that you can admire because of their leadership skills, because not everybody possess a healthy leadership skills. So there's nothing that you see in them and be like, I don't have anything I admire about this person, but you find yourself listening to them. I'm not saying that you can't get advice from anyone. It's just that sometimes some unsolicited advice that you get from haters, especially if you don't not yet um use discernment around these people, you tend to find yourself believing in them or whatsoever. So I'm just gonna talk about those spiritual attacks. How do you know that you are actually being attacked? Have you ever engaged with someone and feeling imbalanced? The first thing about people who actually attack your spirit, probably you engage with them not in any argument, not in any kind of a verbal abuse or any kind. Probably just engage with them and you didn't put much into two, but whenever you're around with them, you're feeling so imbalanced, not because of anything, but you did everything right, like you met them, you were fine and nothing was wrong, nothing was affecting you anyhow, but engaging with them is give you some weird vibe. So the imbalance that you get because you're around those people, emotionally you feel drained, spiritually you feel drained, you feel like you feel worse than like you came up with your right energy, but whenever you done engaging with them, you're feeling so low. That's how you know that you are being spiritual attacked by people, even if they say the nicest things in your face, but they are fucking draining. So it can be something like that, because sometimes people that we engage with them, they take credit. They take credit by mimicking your personality, by trying to be you, trying to mirror your personality, mirroring you. People who are like that, your soul can tell this person is actually fake. This person study you and ended up coming at you and act like they're you. that another form of spiritual attack. The fact that someone is mimicking you, trying your personality, and have audacity to engage you and acting like they have the personality but like you, but when they are not, and you can feel it. There's something off, but you're not yet you're trying by all means to find what is exactly that is off. You're not yet aware what is exactly that is actually off until you be like, oh fuck, this person was trying to be you. Like they were trying to mimic the shit out of you, your personality, acting like you. But you can feel it in your soul that that's not the aura that you get from them, you know. Another way of knowing that you're being spiritual attacked, it can go with a feeling imbalance, like headache. Have you ever engaged with someone and then being irritated and having headache, body tiredness, like your body feels so tired, like it feels like it has some sort of like you being beaten up whenever you're engaging with someone, or maybe whenever you just walk by and then you walk probably through a group and then you're feeling those kind of energy, like headache, a body tiredness, or some like your body was going through something. And that's another form of knowing that you are being spiritual attacked. They doing something, whether through witchcraft or through having some bad they talking about you in a most awful way. Probably you're passing by them or maybe whatsoever, and like you feel low vibrationally whenever you're passing it through. It used to happen to me a lot when I was actually walking in a room, and I would feel this tension, like headache. Initially I was kind of like, because at the time I knew that I was sensitive, but I didn't know why every time I walk by in a certain group or in a certain people, I get that. Like sometimes people will be looking at you, smiling and shit, but their eyes saying another story. That's how you know that there's something off. The headache that you get, because sometimes people do witchcraft that cause headache. They are taking your body to have some sort of illness or something, or sometimes they're just sending that shit onto you, especially if you're a sensitive person. I'm not talking about that kind of body tension that you get during whereby you overwork yourself or maybe experience a burnout. I'm not talking about that kind of body tiredness. I'm not talking about the whereby your body feels like awful because of overworking, or maybe you didn't put self-love first to the point that you ended up um experiencing a burnout. I'm not talking about that kind. I'm talking about whereby you just know you did everything right, but after passing those people, or maybe having them on their mind, like like thinking about someone out of a blue that you never like put your effort into thinking about them. Maybe you never even engaged with them that much, or maybe you engaged them with one, but you never like put it to the point that I'm like, I want to talk to this person. You just they just pop up in your head. Another thing, when you know that you are being physical attacked, when you start believing in them, when you're starting believing your ops, just know they already possess your spirit. Obviously, when I'm talking about them, when you believe in them, I'm talking about, for example, you were so sure about something, so fucking sure, and you know it in your gut about something, that this is what you want, this is what you need to do, this is what we want to do whatsoever, and then you just probably you are going for interview, or maybe you are going for audition, probably you want to be actor, and the next thing they start saying some shit about you, probably like there's no way that you can be an actor. Oh please, like they're saying in the most nicest way, to the point that you're convinced that these people are actually got your back. They don't want you to experience They don't want people to laugh at you, so they're protecting you from that. But in all, like, you just starting to believe them, mind you. You, as much as it's starting something new, it's kind of scary, but you believing in them, you feel like your spirit is like, you feel like they influence you in a way. You feel influenced by them. Like, some people are that much influential with the toxicity about filling up you with your ideas. Just like I'm trying to have a movie that I can relate to. Oh, I'm just gonna let that go. But like, whereby you so sure about yourself, you so sure about doing something, you so sure about you auditioning, you so sure about you going for acting role, and the next thing, someone just came, probably someone that you know, but you not yet know that they're actually your enemy, or maybe they are your ops, because some ops, they're not verbally, they're not loud, they're silently haters, they're not loud, like everything with them is not loud. This, it happens a lot when by you believing in someone, you trusting them with your all, to the point that whenever they saying something, you ended up believing them. When you start believing your ops, just know they already influence your spirit, they already attacked your spirit. That's how you know. For example, people who are pushy. Have you ever been around people who actually pushy or trying by all means to make you do something, and you just know in your gut, this like, oh, come on, don't be stuck up, don't be this and that, don't, please. It's just like it's just a few drinks. There's not gonna hurt, but you know what drinks does to you. You know how it feels whenever you drink. You just know that drinks, it doesn't feel right with you. Oh, please, just a little, like, whatsoever. You won't, there's nothing's gonna happen. Like for example, you are in and you are in a healthy diet, or maybe you choose to, that day or maybe that week, you choose to, what we call it, fasting. You went through fasting, and then as you are fasting, out of the blue, that friend knows, or maybe whoever knows that you are actually going through fasting, they have audacity to come at you and eat in front of you, knowing exactly that your favorite food, they know that's actually your favorite food. Or maybe it'll be like, oh please, you're losing weight, oh please, there's nothing gonna hurt whenever you just drink that one drink. Like this, like they're trying to get you out of that thing that you want to do. You want to fast, right? But they're gonna tell you that it's okay to drink a drink, having a can of Coke. It's okay to have a slice of pizza. Whatsoever. You are fasting, for fucking sake. Why they don't support you whenever you saying that you're actually fasting? Why they have to go to the extra mile to buy your favorite meal and eat it in front of you? That's I feel like as much as it's not, does not look like something huge, but for me, I just don't understand people like, or maybe sometimes people like you. For example, I'm black, so a lot of people will be like, oh, I'm acting white. Like, what the fuck? Like, how do people act white? You eating little veggies. Like, who said veggies are for white people? That's so stupid. So I'm like, what the fuck, so another way is being afraid. Like, have you ever been being afraid, feeling like you are not protected enough just because you're being attacked by people are doing spell work, people are doing whatsoever. That's what they want you to be at. That's why whenever you are being afraid, you're feeling like now their witchcraft, their spell work is actually working, because sometimes it works most of the time whenever you're feeling low, or maybe the universe, God, the source, the high power want you to experience what other people actually doing to you for whatever reason, because they always gonna be a reason. They don't the high power don't just allow you to be accessible to toxic people for no reason. There's actually a reason why you have to experience the attack, which is spell work, especially if you're someone who's a chosen one, or people who have a high vibrational spirit. People who are vibrating high, they don't tend to be reached by people who are low vibrational, who are doing spell work and shit, because of their vibration, because you can find them unless if it's something that is the hype I want you to experience. That can be happen. So being afraid, feeling like I'm not protected enough, questioning your faith, questioning your path. Maybe I'm just being like stupid. Who the fuck do I think I am? Why do I think I'm protected? There's no way. Like, starting to believe in them, being afraid of the protection. You feel like you're not protected enough. That's how another way of knowing that you are being spiritual attacked. Their heaviness is starting to get in your spirit, in a sense. And it's the same thing with let me see, wanting to fight them. Have you ever want to fight your ops just because you be like, why are they doing this to me? You just want to fight them back. For example, I'm not the person who actually fight back people who are doing some evil shit to me. Like, I'm just gonna laugh and pass. I'm be like, and I maybe engage with you and be like, why this person is so praised? Why are they so praised? Why are they doing that? Why they have the audacity to tell me who I am when I know who I am? I end up asking question every time when I engage someone. Does that really, like, for example, I'll ask myself, like, is that my personality? I'm like, hell no. I'll be having this conversation after engaging with those people. They're like, nah, that's not my style, because I know who I am, As much I know who I am, I do also know that as much I know who I am, the higher power know me more than anyone. So there's no other person in this earthly realm who actually know who I am more than I do. I can get a tarot reader, can read my energy at that time whatsoever, but it does not mean they know me more than I know myself. They can pick up on the energy that I possess at that time, but they don't know me more than I know myself. So that's another question you have to ask yourself whenever you wanting to fight other people, because sometimes they provoke you to fight, they provoke you to do whatsoever. When you want to take things in your own hands, just know you are not yourself. This happens a lot, to the point that other people end up in jail because they fail to understand that they were tested by these motherfuckers. Because motherfuckers can test the shit out of you. They will want the gangster out of you. I've known that. I know. I'm just gonna talk about this maybe one day and be like, what? I even ask myself, like, I am capable of doing that, because I was in a violent fight. Like, what the fuck, physically? And I was like, yeah. I was so surprised of myself. I was so surprised of myself with that behavior. And to be honest, as much as I felt like, okay, I've done that, I know that that motherfucker was testing me whatsoever, but part of me felt like that should have happened because it happened. But at the same time, it's not just the way that I want to go about with life. It's not something that I like, because the last time I was in a physical fight, I was in grade 3, like way young, and I promised to myself, because I don't like it, I don't want to continue doing that shit. So to find myself in that energy, it was one of the most disgusting energy that I ever possessed, wanting to fight them. Do you know when you want to fight other people, when you're actually afraid? Being afraid, for example, when people are doing witchcraft, probably you know that they're doing witchcraft, because people can reveal that, whether when you choose to ignore it whatsoever. But people are doing witchcraft, eventually you will know who is doing what on you. especially if you have a spiritual gift. Even if you don't have a spiritual gift, sometimes the high power can send a prophet to tell you who's doing what. Whenever you are being possessed by whatsoever, by their energy, wanting to fight them, just know you're not yourself. That's why a lot of people who are people who do them wrong, like really dirty, they want to fight them. It's not because they want to fight them. When you ask them exactly, probably go in jail, ask people who kill people, other people who did them wrong, you realize they'll be like, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me. I don't know why I went to that extent. Why did I pull the trigger? Why did I stab them? Why did I kill them? You know, because they know they went with the energy of being afraid. Because whenever you are being afraid, a lot of low vibrational energy will like to be attached to you. Whenever you are operating from that energy, whereby you being afraid, it's another way. There's nothing wrong with being afraid, but operating from a low vibrational state, it has to do with you being afraid, you not trusting that you're actually protected, you not trusting that leaving this situation to the higher power will be sorted. It's just you going about acting like you can do that. I'm not saying that you cannot fight for yourself, but most of the time when you're afraid, you tend to do a lot of low vibrational things because you are afraid, you know. Another thing is through dreams. That's how you know that people are actually attacking you. Have you ever, like, recently, like most of the time, even right now, I was actually taking a nap, and I engage with people that I don't talk to anymore, anymore. They try by all means to drag me into their energy. They try by all means to be around them. I wake up tired most of the time because they're trying to attach themselves to me again, you know. Whenever you in your dreams, probably you dreaming that people are offering you food, offering you drinks, they want you to drink, or maybe the drink, it has flies in it, or maybe your neighbor giving you a drink, when you're looking at the drink, it has flies in it, or maybe people are offering you food. Those people are doing witchcraft on you. Those are another form of witchcraft. Whenever someone, why would you give someone a drink with flies in it? Why would you give someone food in the drink? Like I've been dreaming people giving me food. Like, what the fuck? And most of the time, whenever I'm about to eat it, there's something happen, or I wake up, you know, and I just know these motherfuckers want me somewhere. They want me dead or something. And those motherfuckers, it's the same motherfuckers that I engaged with them in the past. Or maybe I'm around them, or they're attacking me. They're trying to, for example, I dream of someone was giving me food. Most of them are giving me food, bro. And I was like, what the fuck? And this person actually offering me a closed pack of chips, like Lay's chips, something like that. And then I was like, this person I don't talk to anymore. And I told them that I don't want them. I was like, I don't want your chips. I don't want them. And she was like, oh, she just throw them at me. And I was like, I'm not going to do anything. I just continue with whatever I do. I think I was on my phone or was reading a book. I don't remember. But I was in bed doing something, whether it was with phone or a book. I don't remember exactly what I was actually doing. And then after like 2 minutes, she came up to me and said, I'm doing something, I'm giving you things, but you don't appreciate me. She was coming at me like that after like a little disappearance from her. And she was like, I'm giving you things, I'm giving you, you know, when people are narcissistic and shit, they were like, you're not appreciative of me, you're not doing what, just by giving me chips in her dreams, and then you have access to my energy to the point that you are trying to ruin my mood. Like in the dream I was like, what the fuck? And you're dreaming like you're around them in the most awful way. I understand there's a time where I'm astral traveling, whereby when I'm astral traveling, I'm actually around them energetically, but I don't see myself physically. Instead, I see the future, what is gonna come. There was like I have dreams like that, but with them, I'm around them to the point that another person was actually dressed in my style. Not only that, with my style, doing exactly like me. I saw myself in them in a sense that what was it? This person, like, do you know when someone is actually acting like you? Whenever you I'm trying to make example of this. You know, there are you physically looking that you, but you know that's not you. And I was so shocked in that time. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? There were you, like your sense of style, physically appearance, they were you. But you just know that's not you because you are actually there with them, we are watching them. And then I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, that motherfucker was trying to be me. And I was like, what the fuck? You know? And I was like, you. And I knew that I was being attacked spiritual by that person, because a lot of people will try to ruin your look. You might feel like, oh, I'm not attractive enough, people will never like try to be me whatsoever. But when your soul is dope as fuck, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how the low self-esteem is at, but people know who you are. They don't know who the fuck you are. That's why they're trying to be you. And most of the time they're doing witchcraft to ruin your physical appearance. Sometimes they can do witchcraft to make you be skinny as fuck, or maybe be big as fuck, or maybe have pimples in your face, maybe have developed something in your face to ruin how you look. People can do that. I knew that motherfucker was attracted because she was not stealing a personality, she was stealing my physical appearance. I knew that motherfucker was doing spell work to do that. And I was like, what? And you know, I was so shocked. You know, when you're so shocked to see someone who's you in a dream, it's the same thing where people see that doppelganger and I'll be like, you know, be like, wow, you'll be so surprised. For me, it was not that kind of, I was like, what? My mouth was wide open because I couldn't believe what I'm seeing, you know. Not only that, sometimes when you're dreaming with whenever you dream of them, it's because they're talking the shit about you most of the time, or maybe they're missing you, I don't know. But most of the time when they're doing weird stuff like trying to be you, or maybe physically looking like you, or they're offering you something like to eat. Why would you offer someone to eat in a dream? That's disturbing for me. Not only that, or maybe they're trying to attack your, for example, I recently had a dream whereby they are attacking my younger self. And I was like, what? And those people were my brothers, with my fucking, like, I knew that they never liked me from since I was a child. But you know, to be reminded when did all that started, to see it in the dream, I knew that I was being attacked. Because in a dream, you wake up tired, don't have energy to do things that you said you wanna do. So thank you guys for actually, I think I've covered all things that I wanted to talk about when we are being spiritual attacked. Thank you for liking, for watching, and as well as for subscribing on my YouTube channel. Bye.